hyvä. Tuo viidakon aivan armoton laulaa. Hesamukoviripom, näin hoivataan. Kuorossa trallalalla ja bussikuskilla taas korvissa.
Sensational new live video from one of Scotland's greatest bands.
And now Kraken returns with a brief history of Heavisaurus.
The waiting is indeed over. Bandicoloon is finally here, the 9th album from Heavisaurus and 10th year anniversary, and I personally think it's one of their best albums to date. It's certainly more heavy compared to the last few albums. The mix of metal styles in this album is wonderful, and there is definitely a more 80s leaning to the album as a whole. Meaning Band School, the album's name comes from the album's opening track of the same name. There are 10 new songs on this album, no repeats, not even Ra, which had appeared on the last 2 albums. So, without further delay, let's take a look through the album track by track. Bandicoloon. The opener of the album, and it doesn't disappoint. I love the pacing of the lyrics and the verses. To Band School, hear the call of Jurassic heavy metal, goes part of the chorus. It's a great opener to the album and sets us up for the rest of the album. Porosoited Taika Rumpua. Meaning reindeer play the magic drum, it's about a reindeer who plays a magic drum, who is then kidnapped by aliens and who make him play the magic drum. There also seems to be a line where one of the aliens grabs his butt. Now, I'm not sure if said alien is grabbing the reindeer's bum or his own, but it certainly made me laugh. The track is a little short, but I love the refrain before the chorus and it's a cracker of a song. Pianon Canon Alla. Under the piano lid, with oodles of piano in this, I can't help but get a Within Temptation vibe from the track. I quite like how this song goes, yet another great track for the album. Monster Auto. This seriously sounds like it wouldn't sound out of place on an FMV opening to some 90s racing game. See, it fits, kinda. I love the driving force behind this track quite a lot. The song is about a new toy store opening and they've bought a remote-controlled monster truck and are playing with it. Honestly, that's it. Hesamukomi Ripom. With a mouthful of a title like that, I wasn't sure what to expect, but when I heard the preview, I was excited to hear the full track, and I certainly wasn't disappointed. The 80s synth influence is all over this track right away from the start, and I adore it. Easy contender for one of my faves from the album. Ukuyas Kokos Banyo. The Man and the Coconut Banjo. When I heard a preview of this, I instantly knew it could be my fave from the album. I love the energy here, and the touches of banjo really work with metal. It's a return also of the Texan cousin from previous songs, such as Texasin Jättiläinen. Bang Bang. Whilst I think Heavisaurus isn't too great at rapping, I do quite like the pacing and feel of this one. The chorus in particular decided to wedge itself into my head. Ystävyys on ikuista. The album's softest song, Friendship is Forever, a soft, mostly acoustic ballad singing about the qualities of friendship. It's not bad by any stretch, but it is the weakest on the album in my own opinion. And I honestly kept thinking that Milli Pilli would join in at some point, but sadly she never does. Roina Vuoren Rotta. Junkyard Rat, a more 90s leaning track. I kind of feels like this wouldn't sound out of place being played in the Biker Mice from Mars' garage. I really quite like this one. 100. The album closes out with the epic length 100, singling the band's 100th song. It's a huge song, featuring over 25 different musicians from many famed metal bands, including Sonata Arctica, Nightwish, Megadeth, and Battle Beast. I list everyone who is in this track in my quick review of it. Needless to say, it's a very packed list. As for what the song is about, it's not really about much at all, other than how you can raise the dead with Jurassic heavy metal, and how you should turn it up loud. There is also a bunch of penguins that turn up, the king penguin cooking everyone a spot of lunch. Wait, Satan?
Yeah, so Satan, Beelzebub, Old Scratch. Actually, I like that one in particular.
Oh, Satan. It's this wheat germ meat alternative thing. I do believe that Milli Pilli is the vegetarian of the group, and they're cooking for a big group, so I suppose it makes sense. And with that, we have Bandicoloon. It's certainly a fantastic album for our favourite bunch of dinosaurs and a dragon. It's pretty much what I was expecting and then some. It's heavy, it's catchy, it's melodic. There's plenty of great songs in this album, many of which I'll be playing again and again. I do wonder which ones they'll play live. I know I didn't go into huge amounts of detail on each track, but if I did so, otherwise we'd be here for a very long time. If I had to pick favourites, whilst I like them all, I'd have to lean towards Monster Auto, Hesamokumi Ripom, and Ukoya Kokos Banyo. Each one I've been playing on repeat a couple times. I certainly recommend this album to fans of Heavy Sorrows and anyone who is curious for a bit of fantastic Finnish metal. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Also, if you could comment below and tell me what your favourite songs were, I'd really love to read what others think of this album. As always, this is Kraken, signing out.
His